Welcome to another episode of Put Me On Game Podcast. I'm your host, Chesterr, and with me today I got Queztion.
Yep, this Queztion Clothing, this behind the scenes.
You are watching a master at work.
I got you, girl, go find a place. These niggas better stay in their place. We shaking the building like quakes. Supercharged motor like race. She never been in a reef. She in my phone every day. I'm asking questions. Pace of the red by that case. I heard that boy told on that case. Now that boy losing their face. Cause he see your whipping dealership plates. Now I can fuck with the greats. 5 meals, I stay in my grace. Little bit of boy, the space. I thought I told you that. Stuff 100 racks in the bag.
These folks got their hitty shit, no cap.
Which one the Rolls Royce or the Maybach? By my mama house that cost plain engine. I just get bit like some minute man.
I'm always a little nervous for anything. I be nervous on my I be nervous with my pop-up shops.
For real?
I don't know. It's just a little thought process. I treat it like I'm about to be in a basketball game or something. Mm-hmm. I'm about to go. How many ever hoodies or something I sell, that's how many buckets I drop. I'm trying to sell out. It's like, I'm nervous if I'm going to sell out or not.
That's hard. I never think about it like that before.
It's like a performance. Everybody coming to see me. That's why everybody coming. They pulling up, and they chilling. They trying to see how I'm putting it out there. That's how it go though. I be nervous until like we get out there. Everybody else make it easy.
You ever feel like when you get there, you ever been on some shit and it's just like, damn, like nobody. I mean, you know, it take time for people to get there. You say 5 o'clock, niggas show up 6:15.
I ain't gonna lie, we deep. I ain't gonna lie, me and my boys, we deep. So when people pull up, like some people might pull up with they little first little crew. Mm-hmm. They might be 2-3 deep. Like my first little crew, we like 12 deep, 10, 12 deep at least. So it's like,
oh no, I know about LamronQuez. I know Quan, T-Roy, all them.
Yeah,
I mean,
so
I know
we
Quan
deep.
the most, but you know, I know
for sure.
I was a grade ahead of y'all, so I knew
What's going
keeping
on
up with y'all.
Yeah, we deep. So we pull up, we already 10 deep. So it's like we already got a crowd. So we ask anybody else to come, we automatically already at 20 already. That's just us coming. So it'd be easy for us to like come. So the people that come at 6:15, they really missing everything. They done missed all the like first little wave of vibes, all that. Like,
how you feel about the family of y'all? Cause you know, bro, it's hard for certain dudes to stay together through thick and thin, not bringing nobody else's business up and everything.
nah,
but,
you
know,
right
like,
though. That's big. I feel like that's what make us different from everybody else. Like everybody got their own little like who they grew up with. Everybody got their own little crew, whatever you want to call it. But like, we been with each other since jits, and ain't nobody switched up, ain't nobody fell off. Like, we all still the same. So that's why I think that's why everybody really rock with us too, cause they know like how much we like really rock with each other, how much it's really on some family junk. They didn't really know we doing this for Instagram, none of that. Like, we been knowing each other before like Instagram.
Bro, I was on middle school when I was
elementary.
That was really elementary,
been on each other
but
since
it was
in
deep
grade school, no cap.
Shout out to Nick Gerald.
Like daycare days, like no cap. Coach Jones, everybody know what I'm talking about. Shout out to the Lamb though. Without them, this wouldn't even be Queztion without the Lamb for sure.
So how did Queztion come about? We started by the way too. I don't know if you knew,
sure.
we just flowed in, but how did Queztion come about?
Queztion came about. Honestly, I always be thinking about this. I blame it on Troy, blame it on T-Roy. Cause we was in college. Well, I was really doing like other graphics. Like only certain people know, but I had a YouTube. I was doing YouTube for 2K. Like y'all can go look that up. Look up LamronQuez on YouTube. Y'all gonna see all my YouTube videos. I edited all that. But I was on some YouTube editing, fire at 2K, trying to make 2K. Like my boy DB, shout out to Damien. He put me on 2K. We was just fire at 2K. So like I was really trying to like be a regular dude on 2K. Trying to show people like you ain't gotta be no Twitch person. You could be a regular nigga. Like wake up, you ain't gotta be playing the game all day. All that you could still make 5 videos, editing and all that. So I was doing that. Troy started rapping. He wanted me to do like his covers, like his covers for his music. So he know I could do editing videos and effing with the Photoshop. So I'm doing that, messing with that for a little bit. And then after that, he get locked up. So when Troy get locked up, we all sitting around like, what we gonna do? Like, you know what I'm saying? Because we really was low-key diving in on some T-Roy junk, like Shit, he about to start rapping. We might as well all dive in, try to do something on this.
Everybody find a part.
Yeah, find a
play
piece
their
in.
part.
Exactly.
Push it, yeah.
He get out. I mean, not get out, but he go in. But like right before T-Roy went in, me and him was trying to like low key cook up something for like Lamb Clothing. So people didn't know that, but we was trying to come out with something with Lamb Clothing. He get locked up. I'm like, man. I asked the boys what they trying to do. Ain't nobody really dive in on it. And Lamb Clothing ain't really sound too good anyway. Like we looking like, man, we ain't trying to drop no clothes for us. So I sat back. And I just thought of something else. I thought of my junk being out the box clothing at first, but that's too cliche. So you get what I'm saying? Queztion came out of nowhere because I searched Quez, like my name Quez. So I searched Quez on Google, like words with Quez in it. Fucking quesadilla popped up. Fucking Queztion was just one of them words that popped up. So I'm like, okay, I could change the S to a Z because everybody call me Quez with the Z anyway. So that's how Queztion came about.
And y'all always been fly too. Even you, even everybody, y'all always stay fly.
That's all I be
too.
saying. Like,
this ain't nothing just new.
Yeah,
like,
this ain't just come out of nowhere. Like, yeah, let me goddamn come out with a clothing line like on some money plan junk. Like, I'm really trying to come out with something big. That's why I don't really like be rushing my drops. Like, everybody be asking me when I'm dropping, all that. Like, everything I do is strategic. Anybody that know me every day know I'm working on something every day. It's just like, when you going through something, that's another thing people don't know. Like, as an entrepreneur, you learning so much every day. So it's just like, I ain't trying to move too fast and then be looking back like, man, I shouldn't have did that or I shouldn't have did this. So I'm trying to eliminate all that trial and error, I guess I'd say, for sure.
It built the supply and the demand too, because like,
people do definitely be fiending. People be fiending, but it be hard because as a CEO, think about it, like, you got people that be fiending, that be having you feeling like, damn, I gotta drop something. And you got people that say something like you, like, yeah, it ain't doing nothing but building the supply and demand. So then you look at it as a CEO, like, yeah, it's working out, like, it's perfect for me. I mean, it been working for me so far, like, I wait a little minute to drop. As soon as I drop, everybody like, okay, dive in, it's gone, boom. So right now, I'm thankful everybody been on my side, behind me on that, for sure.
That's
everybody
for sure,
ain't got that. So
everybody, bro, listen, everybody don't got the love that you got, bro.
That's why I say that's the advantage I got. Everybody got 5 brands. It's so many people out here who got 5 brands that inspire me on so many different levels. I just feel like what separates me from everybody else is I know too many people. Like, I got 10 people that's in the Lamb, and when we know, everybody know one person, that's 20 people already. So it's just that easy. So like, I just feel like I be just taking advantage of the resources. Like, that's really it. That's all it is for real.
Another thing is too, bro, it's genuine too. A lot of
For
people
sure.
don't got genuine support. Like, people gonna come and go, but you know who there for you too at the same time.
Yeah, that's a bit. I mean, that's a fact. I feel like I skipped that part. Like on that journey, they try to say like, you might got to cut some friends off and all that. Like, I feel like we been past that. Like, if you ain't around us right now, you ain't gonna never be around us. Or like, on the level of like being close and like supporting on the level, like genuinely supporting. Like, I feel like we already done past that. Like, if you in my sucker right now, if I see you, or you chilling with me every day, or we talking every day, we good. Like, I already believe in you. Like, genuinely supporting me. Like, I see you got, like, you really support me for real. I ain't really looking at you like, nah, he might not support me. It ain't even like that. And then I really look at it like, if you not supporting me genuinely, you still supporting me. Like, say if I drop something in this fire and you only supporting me because 2 more people you knew posted it.
Or you see the hype on it.
Yeah,
and you just want to be a part of the hype. Cool.
Yeah, it's cool. I ain't tripping.
Still, about the ups and the downs coming through it, because you ain't really have none as far as with the people around you, but as far as like,
oh yeah, life
dealing with this, because as a creative, bro, like a couple months ago, I was about to throw all this shit away, sell it and
you
everything.
You gonna go through that. You supposed to go through that though.
Trials and tribulations. Tell me a little bit about them.
I feel like I'm in a stage where I'm learning like, all right, I know where I want to be at. So if you look at anybody, like, go look up your favorite rapper, your favorite basketball player, your favorite whoever, like, before they made it to where they was going, they was about to do the same thing you just said. I wanted to throw everything away, or they was at their lowest moment, like lowest moment in their life. So I look at it like, you supposed to go through that. Like, if you don't go through that, how you gonna learn, like, when you get to that next time you really face that? Like, because I think people really underestimate like what they reaching for. Like, you want to be here, but you ain't really like thinking about the steps it take to be there. So then you really not accepting it. So when you really go through something like hard, you be like, man, I'm done with this. I'm about to do something else. What was something else? Now you sitting back at zero, like,
now you
what the
back
heck
at
I'm about
step
to do?
zero. Yeah, like what I'm gonna do. Oh, now I gotta go buy this, do that.
Because it's up and downs, but I feel like you just supposed to go through that, like. But as far as like, I hate to sound cliche, you just can't give up. You just really can't give up. That's really like the main thing, like, can't give up. You can go back to the drawing board and erase everything and start back up and come up with new ideas and all that. But if you got a plan, like you really got like something that's fire, you can't give up on it. That's just how I think about it every time. Every time I want to give up on Queztion, I be like, I can't give up. Because as soon as I step out this house, somebody going to see me and be like, yo, you got a shirt? Yo, when the next time you dropping?
Mm-hmm.
So it's just like, 5 minutes ago, I was just in the house crying, thinking about giving all this up. Now I'm out here like, people like, dang, you got a shirt? When the next time you dropping? The last video dropped, it was fire, like. And you sitting back like, dang, that junk really touched somebody, like. So you don't even know who you inspiring either, so.
Nah, you've been doing it for so long, and that's kind of what I see now, like, bro, like.
Yeah, I sit back.
Everybody gonna see you and be like, oh, that's the nigga with the shirts.
Yeah, exactly.
That's forever now.
Exactly.
It's like, oh, you know, oh, the so-and-so used to date. They could be married now, but now it's like, I always remember them with so-and-so.
That's a fact, though.
So that's how it's gonna be.
I ain't gonna lie, I heard somebody say that the other day. Somebody came to my crib. They was like, I'm at Quez's crib. Whoever they was on the phone with was like, Quez who? Usually somebody be like, LamronQuez. He was like, Queztion. I'm like, okay. I ain't gonna lie, I like that. Everybody I was just like, it's starting to change. The narrative definitely starting to change.
That's hard.
Sure.
That shit happened earlier. My homeboy had dropped some hoodies off. Shout out to Kavan, Don Gallier.
Okay.
And he was like, yeah, who episode you doing today? I was like, about Queztion. He was like, oh, word, about
I seen his clothing line too. I watched the episode. I seen it.
Appreciate it.
Definitely for sure. His jump fire. I'm gonna tap in. That's what I need to work on doing. Tapping in with people, doing more like, just trying to just reach out more, like put more people on game with different little stuff. Cause I be doing stuff. I be trying to keep it on some private committee jump, trying to do stuff so nobody be like, nobody take my work or something like that. But
or take the supply or something like that. Nah, it's definitely competitive. Like I can see the clothing brands and
it's
just like how it's like with rap. Like
that's the
like
thin line that all separate us though. Like I could be super cool with whoever. The thin line that separate me and him is that competition line. Like it's just like, okay, bet. Regardless, like somebody always gonna come up. We could be cool. Everybody be like, yeah, that's Shaq and Kobe. Somebody gonna be like, Kobe better than Shaq. Then it's gonna be like, okay, bet. What you talking about? Shaq really better than Kobe. So what you saying? Exactly. So it's just like, that's always gonna be the conversation. So I don't really look at the competition line like, I don't know, like hate. Like people look at it like, oh, he in competition, he hating. Like, nah, he's supposed to be in competition. That's gonna make you up your game.
Up, yeah.
That's how it's supposed to be.
Nah, for sure, definitely, because I definitely just went through that. I didn't know it was like 10 other podcasts in Fayetteville, bro.
Oh yeah, I definitely done peeped that. But I mean, you can't worry about that. I be thinking about that all the time. Think about how many clothing lines it is in Fayetteville.
Exactly.
I sit back and see somebody drop something, I be like, wow, even if it's fire, I'm Superman. I'm like, wow, I'm ready to drop right now.
Yeah, like I gotta
want to
cook
drop
up
right
now.
No cap, I want to drop right now. Like, but at the same time, I be sitting back like, everybody got their moment. Like everybody eat. Why can't everybody eat? That's what I be thinking.
That's the bro. Listen, I probably say that like, every episode. Like, bro, it's so much potential here.
Don't be a Lamar. To all the people out there,
I just switch up there.
Don't be a Lamar out here, man. For real.
You watch all the Power, or you just watch BMF?
I watch BMF. I ain't gonna lie, I ain't never really been no Power. No Power guy. Shout out to T-Roy. T-Roy got out of jail. T-Roy got out of prison, came home talking about Quez. You gotta watch it. So I started watching. I'm on like, I think season 4, season 5.
Oh, the original? Yeah. The original, it start getting a little shaky about 4, 5, 6. But then everything after, like book 2 and BMF and all that,
but
bruh,
of course,
fire.
Like, my girl, she caught all up on that junk, so I be watching like episodes. You know what I'm saying?
Like, watch this. They about to do.
I'll see something I ain't supposed to see. I don't watch like Raising Kanan. I ain't even know what's going on.
Bro, fire, like, bro. I'm telling you.
Like, it's straight though. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't never really been no TV nigga though. Like, I ain't never really been no sit down and binge watch TV all day. Like, I watch some documentaries though. Like, let me watch some crime. I want to see what was really going on in the world. Like, see, think about it, we grow up, we only seeing, like, I'm black, so I'm only seeing black people crimes and all that.
Yeah, we from the east side too, so that's
Look up on Netflix and all that. You be seeing straight serial killer crimes, like people killing people, hundreds of people. You be like, you didn't even know this junk was going on. Like, that's why the laws is shaped the way it is now. Yeah. People done killed all these people, did all these crazy crimes with people. Like, I watch documentary quick, just off the strength, like, it's teaching you something. But now that I'm older, I be chilling. I be watching, like, episodes and stuff now. But, like, growing up, give me a game system. I'm on the game.
Oh, yeah,
I ain't even tripping.
Either that or we outside.
Yeah, I ain't even tripping. If I ain't outside, I'm in the crib, I'm on the game. I ain't even tripping. Shit. So that's just how I be now. It ain't nothing to do. Video games is suck. So it's just
I'll probably never buy another 2K, bro. Yeah, or Madden.
Video games trash right now. So on video games wise, I be just sitting watching TV now. Ain't no point. Watch Netflix. I just be chilling now. So
I meant to ask you earlier too about marketing. How do you feel like you separating yourself from the rest with it?
I'm trying to do something that ain't nobody else did. That's what take me so long to drop. I'm sitting back like, okay, bet. I'm looking so much, like, I'm so deep into, like, graphics and, like, people doing art, like, videos. Like, I really gravitate towards that. So, like, I use all my interests and try to use that into the brand. Like, okay, bet, I fuck with video editing. I'm gonna make sure my next video got a fire video editing.
Fire promo to go with it first.
What I'm saying? Like, I see some animation shit. I'm trying to do the animation. I don't want to drop it regular. I want to do animation. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just try to do something that ain't nobody else doing. Everybody try to, like, and with clothing lines, it's easy to come out with clothing line. You can do anything and come out with clothing line. So what separates you is how you pushing it out and all that. Everybody that been with me since day one know, like, I've been saying what's gonna separate me is the videos and, like, the promotion that I do for it. So I think I've been passing the test so far. It's getting harder though, cause it's like ideas wise, you gotta come up with new ideas.
Now you competing with yourself type shit, yeah.
Really, that's what it be, competing with yourself. But I'm so stacked up on ideas, I be sitting back like, I don't even know why I'm stressing myself. I be sitting back like, I could drop 10 things right now. 10 different designs, 10 different videos, all that. But I just be sitting back like, everything take time. I be trying to come up with something new every day. So
nah, it's hard, especially when you a perfectionist with your own shit. Like, this took me a year to, like, actually put on a hoodie and, like.
Oh nah, before I dropped Queztion, bro, it took me almost a year and a half.
Damn, that long?
A year and a half before I dropped, just off the strength. Like, I'm sitting back like, okay, bet. Let me see what I'm gonna do, how I'm gonna drop it, who really gonna do my design. Shout out to my graphic artists too. I got like hella graphic artists, but they be working though. Like,
I need to tap in with them.
But yeah, shout out to Creator Cloud. I'm gonna shout him out because he's from the Ville.
Yo, that one shit he did with you, Britt, all the Feds, bro, that shit was.
Oh, that was dope. He need to keep the series going. I don't know. Some people had some bad shit to say about it, but I mean, like,
really ain't none. I mean, probably because they won't end it or some shit like that.
I mean, yeah, facts, but that's always gonna be like that. I feel like he should have kept going. Like, he should have kept doing his research, deep sea diving, seeing who really doing entrepreneurship and all that, and just keep putting people on. Like, people would have gravitated towards him. He would have got a little bit more people to, like, support him just off the strength that he showing love to other people. But that joint was fire. Shout out to him though, cause he definitely be looking out and doing everything. Like, I tap in with him. Don't even be thinking about, like, he might be doing something for somebody else. I tap in with him like, hey, yo, bro, I need something done. He'll do that junk, like, or if he don't finish the whole thing, he'll make sure he send me the rough draft, like, ASAP, so I know, like, okay, bet, okay, this how I want it, or never mind, this how it is. But I tap in with like a whole bunch of graphic designers. But shout out to him though, for sure. I give him that special shout out because he's from the Ville, for sure.
Ooh, you just went into my next little thing I was gonna ask you. So, because, you know, everybody ain't on everybody level. Like, you know, you want the best quality material and everything. So at what point do you feel like, because I ain't do nothing, no one-on-one, have anybody on outside of the Ville, because purposely. And even more so, I'm trying to make sure I get everybody black first.
Yeah, facts.
Do you feel like you could reach your potential working with people here, or eventually, like, at some point, you're going to have to, like, step out?
Shit.
That's a tough one, because it's like you want to bring the city up with you, but it's like,
I ain't gonna cap, for real. People don't really know my plan. Like, I'm gonna drop a little jewels. I'm gonna just drop a little jewels. Like, for example, a lot of people when they chasing their dreams, they don't really think about their city until they get on and then try to come back and show love or like, all right, let me put this brand on that I was with when we was coming up, or whatever the case may be. I think I'm gonna do it the opposite. I think I'm gonna do a lot of collabs or like just with the streets. I call it like collabs with the streets. Whether you got a brand, you don't got a brand, whatever you doing, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we can come together and do like a collab before I blow up. So if this blow up, can't nobody say like, man, Quez ain't do this, Quez ain't do that. Like, I done did so many collabs, touched so many people in the streets. So then when I get out of here, it's over. Like, I'm gone. Like, but that's really what it is, though. I really feel like people don't be wanting to show love with other brands because they trying to get themselves straight. Ain't nothing wrong with that. People gotta look at it like that. Like, if they don't want to work with you, that's because they getting themselves together. Like, ain't nothing wrong with that.
Or you need to get yourself up on a different level, too.
Oh, yeah, facts.
I ain't gonna lie. Don't see it that way, too.
You right, though. But see, if you feel like another person need to get on another level, put them on game. But at the same time, I ain't gonna lie. Put them on game, but it just depends, bro. Like, it's so hard. Like, I can't say, okay, bet every brand you run into, put them on game. But you ain't gotta tell them the best keys that you got. Like, give them some old keys to some old doors that you ain't even using no more. Like, them doors, you ain't used that door in forever. Like, hey, bro, you need this? All right, bet, I know somebody that do something for you. Like, that's what I do. I ain't even gonna lie. I know that John sound green, but I got like 5 different graphic designers. Somebody hit me up and be like, I need a graphic designer. All right, bet. I ain't gonna send you my best graphic designer. I ain't gonna
especially when you about to drop something.
Yeah, I ain't about to send you the best graphic designer and be like, ah, man, he done. Nah. But I send you somebody like, all right, bet, I got somebody for you. And they gonna do like something like where you seen my brand or you seen me drop something that made you ask me like who my graphic designer is. Like, people tell you all the time, I put people on game for sure. I make sure that. I didn't even have people come to me and be like, yeah, such told me that you told them where to go to get their shirts done. Like, yeah, for sure. That's what you supposed to do. As long as they ain't stopping my motion, they ain't tripping. So
it's so hard to stop. If you got something genuine and original, bro, like,
yeah, it's hard.
It's hard, but you know, it's always them couple that's always trying to
Facts,
undercut though. But I mean, you can't stop doing that though.
Yeah, you right. That's just how it go though. You gonna have some people that really don't rock with you for whatever reason. But I mean, it go like that. Like, ain't nothing wrong with that. You supposed to have them people. I ain't gonna lie. Think about it. If everybody supported you and you doing everything you do and everybody like everything you do, you ain't gonna never look at yourself like you doing no wrong. Imagine that one hater run like yell out and be like, imagine I'm dropping 10 designs in a row. My 5th design, I'm like, yeah, I'm hot, like, but can't nobody stop me. The 6th design, nigga, like, man, them shit's trash. Them shirts streaking the next 3 washes. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, I ain't looking at it like, okay, bet, like, man, that nigga hating. I'm looking at it like, oh, that nigga might be right. Let me go wash this shirt 3 times real quick.
Oh, hey, bro, let me get your number. Blah, blah,
let me see, like, what he really talking about. He really putting me on game. Like, he really about to tell me, like, even though he said it in a hateful tone, like, man, them shirts trash. Like, nah, he right. This shirts is trash.
I think a lot of, because, you know, a lot of family and shit and people would be like, oh, yeah, that was nice, blah, blah, blah. Nah, bro. I'd rather you tell me nothing good and tell me all the bad, because how I'm going to get better.
That's facts. But I ain't going to lie. You can't say that. You will say that until you get in that moment, you be like, man, them niggas hating, bro. Like, ain't nobody tell me nothing.
Yeah, you got to give me a little good.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you going to want to hear some type of good. Like, at least, you going to want to hear a but or something. Like, okay, but at least you did this, or... Because if you go into a room and there's 7 people and you like, how I do this? And everybody like, man, I ain't gonna lie, I ain't fucking with that shit. Either you gonna be like, you gonna really ready to crash out then because you gonna like, damn, ain't nobody fuck with this shit. It ain't have nothing good to say about it. Like, that's gonna make you be like, damn. I ain't gonna lie, that'd be me though. I ain't gonna say that'd be you, but that'd be me. Like, say for example, I go to the room into the land. And I be like, damn, y'all fuck with this. And 7 niggas out of 10 say, I ain't fucking with it. Oh yeah, it's a problem. It's a problem. I'm going back to the drawing board like, hell no, I'm never thinking that again. Like, why would I even think of that? Like, you know what I'm saying?
See, so it's a little different, though, because, like, with clothing and shit, like, you know, people, like, I wear all black all the time. You got certain people that wear the seasonal colors and all that, so they ain't more in tune with that.
But it's hard to satisfy everybody.
Exactly.
Especially with the clothing line. It's super hard. You be trying to satisfy people with the sizes. You can't even do that. trying to make sure you get the right size, like the amount of sizes for everybody to get something.
That's
like, you
hard.
can't even do that. So it's just
You
like
mess around. Oh, everybody wanted 3X on this one. Now nobody need a 3X on that. So it's like, all right, I'm gonna get this amount. Let's say I'm gonna get 30. Now you gotta sit here and guess.
Like how many are gonna be smalls, how many are gonna be medium, gonna be largest. But I mean that's part of the game though.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna say that's the fun part. That really be the part I be hating. Like when I gotta sit there and divide the colors into the smalls, into the mediums and large, I'm in there like, whoa, like come on, bro. Like if I could just pick like, that'd be my thing. I don't want to go black, white, gray. Like I be wanting to go straight flavor, so people be like, I don't want to see somebody and they got the same color somebody else got on. It be like that sometimes, but cause I might like a certain colorway, but other than that, you usually see somebody with a Queztion shirt on. They do not got the same Queztion shirt on or Queztion hoodie on somebody else got on. Like, I try to keep it like that though, for sure.
That make people feel good too. Like it's original. Like nobody got the same. Everybody different.
Yeah, for sure. Gotta keep it original. If your junk not original, you gotta go back to the drawing board.
Yes, sir.
But I ain't gonna lie though. It be hard to be original though. That's why I be seeing where people be coming from though, cause everybody get inspired by somebody. So it's like, how original is your idea?
As long as I feel like, as long as you not carbon copying it, like you putting your twist on it type.
That's what make it original. That's all I was about to say. That's what make it original. Now that you think about it, because everybody inspired by something. I'm pretty sure what made you start a podcast is watching podcasts.
Breakfast Club, Joe Budden, Hot 97, all that.
Exactly.
I got tired of seeing a regular degular. Y'all asking the same questions. Bro, let's just have a conversation. Let's talk about some different shit. Let's talk about some mental health. Like, let's learn something, not just what made you start this. I mean, granted, I asked that, but that's important though. Like,
that's a fact.
What's going to inspire somebody else that's watching?
I wouldn't even want to go to your podcast if all you doing is talking about Queztion. You ain't even getting to know me or like what made the brand. You know what I'm saying? Like,
we was supposed to do this too. This was like a year and a half in the making.
Yeah, they don't even know. That's what I be saying. I was just telling everybody that before I was on the way, I'm on the game. Everybody like, what you about to do? I'm on the way to a podcast. They like, who? I'm like, put me on game. They like, word? I'm like, yeah, I was supposed to do this podcast. Like, do this podcast. But this is my first one though, so it was meant to do something.
Everything happened for. I gotta learn that too. Like I knew that, but everything happened for a reason, a certain time and shit.
And it's crazy though. Like not even sound green. I've been fiending to be in the podcast, like just to talk, like for the first time, just to finally like step in that spectrum of like being on different platforms, talking on different platforms. Cause that's what I want to do. I don't want to just be sitting in the background just making clothes all day. Like I'm trying to really be out there and like really get people to know who made me, what made me, and like what I'm really interested in, and what made the clothing line. So I feel like podcasts is definitely play a big part in it. Not even like really podcasts, it's really more like interviews,
putting your stuff out there,
platforms, stuff like that.
You feel like you getting to the point now you got to put the personality out more than the brand to build. You know, it go hand in hand with it. You can't just build the brand up with it. Like, not saying you got to do some crazy TikToks and all that, but like, you know.
Yeah, I feel like that's what come with the brand though. Like, I feel like people who come with straight personality first, they gonna win, cause it's like people starting to really know you. Like I ain't gonna lie, people like I came out with straight brand first. Like I ain't gonna say I went straight personality, cause if you look at it, somebody might look at it like, okay, he dropping 5 videos and doing this, doing that, but they might not look at it like Quez dropping these 5 videos cause he really like video editing, so he got an eye for it. Like you know what I'm saying? So it's just like if you're not looking at it like that, that don't mean nothing to you. You feel me? So if you come with that last, that's what's gonna bring you up more. Like people gonna bet like, okay, he already showed us that he can drop hard clothing line. Who is he now? Like what is he gonna do now? We know you can do a clothing line. Like what you gonna do to stay into this industry and show that, okay, bet you can be in here for the long run. I feel like personality play a big part in that for sure.
I feel it, because a lot of people, they'll fuck with you. They might not even mess with the brand all the way, but they mess with you. So
off
it's just
the
like
brand, exactly. That's a fact.
Trust me, I know some people, bro, they probably watch an episode once a month, but they fuck with me and what I got going on.
Facts. So, I ain't gonna lie, I'll watch an episode. That's true though. Like, not even no like, oh yeah, put me on game, the biggest podcast ever. Like, I'll watch it, like you said, just off the strength. Like, Chesterr on the podcast, he got a podcast. Let me support his podcast. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then if his episode is interesting, you gonna sit there and really watch it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Sit there. And, so it's like been plenty of episodes I done sat down and watched your podcast just off the strength. Like, okay, bet. Let me watch Chester's podcast, see what he talking about. Let me see how the vibe of his podcast is. Yeah. Like, I ain't gonna ask to be on anybody's podcast without never seeing the episode. That don't even make sense. You would be
surprised how many people. If I could show you my DMs the past 2 years, bro, it's at least like 50.
It's supposed to be like that. That means you're doing something. For sure. How you pick your people though? Like how you just be like, okay, bet I'm gonna have this person come.
To be honest with you, you was when I first December 29th, 2019, you was on my list of people of I want to have a conversation with this person. Not even about the brand, but I just want to have a conversation because I know this is what like this is what I want on my platform type. Nah. So just really, everybody is really handpicked. I never really, like hey, what's up? I got this going on, blah, blah. I peep it. I'm gonna peep you for a couple months, see how you moving. I ain't just about to have nobody on, but like everybody, like I really mess with.
I be looking at shit like nobody noticed me until it's like somebody say something. Yeah. Like in my world, ain't nobody stunting Quez. Like, you know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody handpicking me. You know what I'm saying? Like, but that's what I guess you would say it's a level of humbleness, but yeah. At the same time, I just be sitting back like I do a move and then I be like, man, that ain't really nothing. Somebody like, man, that shit was hard. You be like, you don't even know what's next. Like, you know what I'm saying? But that's just how I be like. I be thinking nobody don't be stunting that shit. Then when I drop and that shit sell out, I be like, wow, niggas was paying attention. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Everybody, they might not like it, comment, or repost it, bro, but everybody watching.
That's a fact.
Speaking of that, though, it take money to do all this. As far as the marketing and shit like we talked about, how much money you think you probably done wasted on since you started this brand?
Shit, I ain't even gonna say.
Well, I don't want to say wasted. Wasted not a good word.
I ain't gonna say wasted, but at the same time, like think about how many designs and like shit I done paid for I ain't used yet. You know what I'm saying? Like, or like I done probably got a video done or like a design I got done I ain't really like. You know what I'm saying? Like, it don't happen to anybody. Like, you ain't explain it to the person right, and they ain't do it right. Yeah. And then you just like, man, F it. I don't think that idea was even good enough to explain. Or
it might have been in some shirts that you probably got. Exactly. Like, I don't like the material. Like, you got to buy a whole different, but like every time I get a shirt or a drop, bro, like I buy a different type of material.
That's facts though. I try, but I ain't gonna lie. I be so big on trial and error. Like, I know that sound crazy, but like, I'm trying not to mess up. Like, I'm on there like, okay, bet. Like you said, if I order something and I went wrong on it, I ain't going back. I know that sounds crazy, but like, but now I know. So like, for example, if I ever need to use that again, I know what they're capable of. So it's just like, I try to eliminate trial and error for sure. So I ain't even. That's why I think people look at me and be like, oh yeah, like your brand. People try to tell me like my brand perfect, like. It's because I try to like eliminate the trial and error. I don't want to have no bad talk, whatever. But that's gonna come with it though. So that's just what it is.
Yeah. Anything upcoming that you got? You want to tell the people?
I'm supposed to drop at the end of the month.
New Year's drop?
But it's gonna be after Christmas. Last year I did a Christmas drop. I ain't really like the Christmas drop. I ain't gonna lie. Like I ain't do exactly what I expected to do.
Like, as far as like promotion, like performance wise, or just like
performance wise, like I thought it was gonna be something like, okay, bet I'm dropping on Christmas. Okay, bet we about to do something. Like think about it like a big brand. They drop on Christmas, them niggas selling out. Like they treat Christmas or like a day, like a holiday. Like if they drop on this holiday, they treating it like, okay, bet it's about to, this holiday about to turn me up. Yeah. So I think I came into it looking at it wrong, like. Oh, this holiday about to turn me up. So I tried to drop on Christmas last year. Tried to call it like Quezmas on some funny junk. It did what it did.
But
like think about it. Christmas is like a holiday, like for the family. Like people ain't even really like you on your phone, but you ain't on your phone. Like you chilling. Like it just depends on who you is. Like you got a boring life and you just don't do nothing. You ain't doing nothing with your family. You wake up on your phone watching everybody else. Then that might be something like, oh, Quez drop. Let me cop a hoodie. Imagine somebody that
was it like a surprise drop, or was it like a?
Yeah, I say surprise drop.
So yeah, cause I can see how it went now.
That's what I gotta do better with.
Cause everybody probably was like, I already spent the bread.
I say that's what I gotta do better with. The promotion for the upcoming. Like I gotta tease people for the drop. Like I be really on some like, where Quez at? Boom, Quez drop.
You ain't posting nothing in like 3 months.
Ain't posting nothing. Ain't saying nothing. I might have posted something the day before like. I'm on y'all ass tomorrow. Niggas don't know what I'm talking about. I'm on there like, I'm on y'all ass tomorrow.
I feel
Niggas
it.
like, okay, bet. It might only been 70 people that seen that. And then I drop tomorrow. Like, okay, bet. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, Instagram algorithm all messed up.
They
Like,
about to change it though.
think so?
Nah, they about to go back to the chronological order. You could have an option, but still, like, it's Instagram at this point. It ain't 2014.
I feel like it's cap.
if they do it, bro, like,
Because what it really be, though, is that they only show the people that you interact with. That's how it really
whoever
be.
posting the most, and all
Whoever
that
posting
shit.
the most and whoever you responding to or, like, interacting with the most,
Yeah.
that's who they going to show. That should be only be, like, 8% of your followers.
That should be, bro. Listen, I probably had my biggest, I say my second biggest episode. When I tell you it ain't do what I thought it was gonna do,
Oh, yeah.
I show you the numbers, bro. It ain't do what I mean. It still did good, but like,
That's how it is. I ain't gonna lie. I be strategic down to that point. Like, what time I'm dropping. I be ask somebody that be around me. I be like, man, I'm about to drop at 5:30. Like niggas be like,
niggas at off work, niggas at home.
niggas looking at me like, yeah. I'm like, yeah. Niggas don't know though. I'm gonna put somebody on game. The new algorithm is dropping early. If you drop early in the morning, not early in the morning, but I'm saying like between like 11 a.m. and like 12, 1 o'clock, everybody that got on Instagram that day gonna see it.
Or even like middle of the night type.
Like,
because it's gonna
yeah,
refresh.
you know what I'm
and then
saying?
pop.
Like, if you drop, like, think about it, the old Instagram, you could drop, like, think about when we was in high school and shit. You dropping when we get out of high school about
like
7, 8, 6, 7, 8. Like, when everybody back at the crib on their phone in the bed, like, that shit don't work like that. Niggas going to sleep early. I go to sleep early. Like,
Shit, I be trying,
if you
bro.
drop something at 9 o'clock, I miss that. I ain't seeing that till the next morning. You might as well drop that tomorrow. No cap. So it's just like, I feel like, and if you think I'm lying, drop something early one day. Just drop something at 12, 1 o'clock. You're like, damn, I got hella more views or I got hella more likes than I did if I dropped it at 5 or 6.
I don't be going to sleep till like 2, bro.
Yeah, for sure. I'm telling you. I peeped that one day. You just got to peep how people be doing. Like, everybody's algorithm done change. Like, even Instagram, like, you know, everything we use got, like, imaginary rules.
I hate it, bro.
So it's just like,
I gotta learn TikTok now too, and this shit about to.
oh, nah, TikTok. They got it. You might as well go to your little brother, little sister, sibling, something. Tell them teach you how to do it.
Come out to cook. We cooking. So I got an artist. We about to cook some shit up. I'll tell you afterwards. But
TikTok easy though. You just gotta get used to it. It's the new wave Vine.
yeah. See, but I ain't never been on Vine,
You missing
so
out. You really
tough.
lost. You
I
really lost.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you really
But
lost.
I think we got it though.
See, we was on Vine like when it was only for iPhone. Like,
It's on the iPhone?
yeah, Vine was only for iPhone at one point. Then
I
it
ain't
kind of
know that.
like blew up. Came with kind of like what Instagram did. Instagram
Yeah.
was only for iPhone, blew up. Android.
See, man, listen, I ain't gonna say nothing about Android, bro. They fuck around and cancel me. But who really got an Android though? Like that camera trash, bro. I'm sorry.
Nah, for real though. But I mean, I ain't gonna lie, fool. Them Androids be looking fire. A commercial pop up right now,
That
you be
little
like, bro, I'm
Samsung,
about to
little
drop.
flip and all that. But nah, bro, that camera mean everything. End of the day,
That's what I'm saying. Just like imaginary rules in life, like
yeah.
we ain't going against. Like, think about it. We don't care about what they do to their phones. Everybody like, man, I'm sticking with the iPhone. So it's just
They
like
catch up eventually.
iPhone want to drop a flip phone one day, then we just get on the iPhone flip
For
phone.
sure.
So
All right, we do this segment called "Put Me on a Minute." Got a minute to whatever you want to say to the people, put out to really whatever you want to say. Go ahead and go crazy.
I just want to let everybody know. All right, let me talk to my entrepreneurs out there. All the
go ahead.
entrepreneurs,
It's the promo video.
whatever you going through, it don't even matter. Like right now, it don't matter. Like just keep going. Y'all might look at me and be like, man, Quez shit fire. Man, behind the scenes, I'm getting my ass whooped by life. Like, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, that's what you're supposed to go through. So like I said, all the entrepreneurs out there, whatever you're going through, don't even give up. Don't give up. That's the main thing. Don't give up. Like we said earlier, shout out to the Lamb. All 20 of them. Matter of fact, shout out to the Lamely, all 100 of them. You already know, even if you ain't got Lamb in your at name, you already know you rocking with us. We ain't even got to say nothing. That's why we say Lamely now. We so much bigger than just everybody that's in the Lamb. Shout out to just my family, everybody that support me every day. Like, it's so many people that make stuff happen for me every day. So just like shout out to everybody that made everything happen for me. But other than that, like I said, I'm gonna try to drop at the end of the month. If I don't drop at the end of the month, it's gonna be probably the beginning of January. But we definitely got something coming up. Like I'm probably be
Sure.
dropping back to back to back. That's how quick it's gonna be. So
Oh yeah.
shout out to everybody, and last but not least, shout out to Put Me On Game podcast for bringing me to my first podcast for sure.
Yes, Lord. It's another episode of Put Me On Game podcast. We out.